I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fiber of my entire being. How are you feeling right now, beautiful soul? Today I wanted to share a message about consistency, the law of consistency, and the mission that you chose to be a part of the transition team, and how that affects consistency in our future generations. For many years, our species has been manipulated and shifted and changed. And as generations have stepped forwards, they've been even more subservient. And this is by design. Just take the pineal gland, for example. The pineal gland stops developing when a male or a female reaches puberty. Now, if puberty can be brought forwards, it means the pineal gland develops less. And with all the chemicals in the atmosphere, all the chemicals in our foods, meat, for example, being pumped full of testosterone, boys and girls hit puberty earlier. Sometimes girls are coming on their periods, 7, 8, 9 years old. Boys are hitting puberty much earlier. And so the pineal gland stops developing. And you know how important the pineal gland is to our human evolution, our spiritual developments, the biology of our physical system. The pineal gland's mission critical. Serotonin, melatonin, the productions of these hormones are so important. The pineal gland has so many benefits. It's like an antenna. Picks up information. We're conditioned to rely on these physical eyes as part of our 5 senses. But we have hundreds of senses. We're just not tapped into them. But they don't want us to discover them. So they bring puberty on a lot faster. Now, we as a human species generally live, 70, 80, 90 years old. Like 100 is kind of top whack. You know, you get some people 120, 130, but they're very few and far between. A lot of our galactic sisters and brothers, they live for much longer. Hundreds of years, thousands of years. They have a completely different planetary environment. They're putting good stuff into their bodies. They're looking after it. They're not smashed with chemicals and frequencies to disrupt their energy field and deharmonize the balance within their energetics. We as humans on this planet, we get bombarded left, right, and center. You know, you, me, we, being here on this planet right now, actually to still be here with the level of corruption and manipulation, we deserve like a cosmic medal of honor or a cosmic purple heart for being here in the trenches, working through all of this stuff. It takes a brave soul to do that. It takes a courageous soul to do that. It's not for everyone, but we are part of the transition team. We came here to help Earth transition through these times from this old corrupt world into this new free sovereign world. If you look at some of the so-called men and women, beings, malevolent forces, whatever you want to call them, that are kind of in control of this planet, human, hybrid, extraterrestrial, and humans that are controlled by hybrids or extraterrestrials, they keep coming back through the same bloodlines. They retain their memory. And that is why it's easy for them to accumulate so much wealth, so much power, and control a whole planet. We as humans that have been unaware for so very long, and a lot of people still are very unaware, have been manipulated and brought back down into this game. Their memory's blank slated, so they've got to start all the way back to zero. It's like Groundhog Day each time they incarnate and come out of their mother's womb and into the world. It's a whole different experience, and they can't remember the previous experiences. Now, because consciousness is expanding and a lot of us are doing the inner work and we're diving into our hearts and exploring our DNA and those past life, future life, parallel life memories that are held within our very fabric, we're starting to remember a lot of past lives, future lives, otherworldly experiences. At the start of my journey, I had a very incredible guide, and this human being regressed me into a number of past lives, and this is how my kind of spiritual journey all started. I've been into hundreds of quantum experiences that my soul is experiencing right now in other dimensional spaces. So I've had first-hand experience with this, but a lot of people are starting to remember now. And we're starting to bring those elements of our soul in other realities back into this new space. I call it soul absorption. It helps you bring powerful aspects of you back home into this now space so you can use the tools, skills, knowledge, wisdom right now instead of having to go out and wait. Now, because we're part of the transition team, it's our responsibility. We took this on board to pass on the wisdom and pass on the knowledge and pass on what we've remembered or learnt, depending on how you look at it, what we've remembered onto future generations. So as they come through the ranks and they come into this world, they can rise and grow and expand, and we can share with them the knowledge and the wisdom of how to be prosperous, how to be abundant, how to live in a world where you're co-creating what it is that you want and not what it is that you don't want. Because we share the knowledge from the start. We teach them about sovereignty and freedom and love and compassion, and how that by caring about other human beings, by loving yourself, you naturally put out these good harmonious vibrations and it ripples through the cosmic fabric. And if we start to share this with children now, as they grow, the world is going to be a better place. We need to let our kids know. Stop eating GMO foods. Get away from the chocolate and the poisoned meats and the GMO'd vegetables and fruits, and start putting goodness into your body. Stop putting chemicals on your body that are in shampoo and deodorant and perfume and aftershave and fluoride riddled toothpaste and all of these things. Let's cleanse our system and pass this through generation after generation. This is our responsibility. We are the transition team and we came here for this. And if we're going to help the world become a much more stable environment, a place where we can love and care and share and all roam these lands, playing with magic and energy, then we've got to start now and we've got to be consistent. If we don't do the inner work now and then leave these physical bodies and then get blank slated and come back into another body again and have no memory and recall, we've got to start all over again. Now, if that's the case, how can we be consistent? We are going to move into an era and a time and a space where we can live for much longer. I wrote about this years ago in one of my first books, Into the Light, Raising the Global Vibration. I said I'm going to live to at least 250 years old. And I truly know that to be, it's true. I know this in every cell of me, every fiber of me. I'm not going down at 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. I'm still in my infancy at 100. I'm just starting to remember the truth. We're going to live and thrive in these human bodies. You've got those medical beds coming out from our sisters and brothers soon. They're going to resync our frequency our mathematics, our geometry, our energetics. Back 10, 20, 30 years, who knows? We're going to be much healthier human beings with incredible technical advancements that our sisters and brothers from the stars are gifting to us. We're the only race on the planet that lives on a planet that has to pay to live on the planet that it was born on. Have you ever asked yourself that question? Why do I have to pay to live on this planet? Am I not a part of this planet? Was I not born a free sovereign soul? Why is there this system that is designed to crush us and take from us and drain us? When you know that you've come into a system that is stacked against you from the start, you need to give yourself a massive pat on the back and say, fuck, you've done an amazing job, Jerry. Anne, Sarah, whatever your name is, give yourself a pat on the back. Sister, brother, you've done an incredible job. You're breathing, you're thriving, you're fit, you're healthy. And you're going to get fitter and healthier if you follow the right protocols and you start imparting this knowledge to your children and your children's children so we can pass it down the line. Get your kids off the iPhones, get your kids off the laptops, get them out into nature, get them running around in these physical avatars. We're like monkeys, we're supposed to run and jump and climb in the trees, man. We're supposed to be playing out in ponds and streams and having fun in fields, kicking balls about, not glued to these screens. It's not doing us any favours. We've got to change now. We got to start instilling these powerful ways of being in this world. Food, nutrition, qigong, meditation, breath work. All of these tools that we have at our disposal to stimulate DMT in our brains, to amplify those dimethyltryptamine levels, to really switch on and activate our pineal gland, to start operating from our right hemisphere that gives us access to so much more knowledge and information. We got to start living from our hearts. These are basic things, but not all parents are sharing this with their children. We must show our children that they're powerful. We must give them protocols to exercise their power and their sovereignty, to educate them in the right way, not to send them into a mainstream school to get taught a false history. No, we've got to share the right knowledge, the galactic knowledge, get them to live from their hearts. These other mainstream chakras that people still believe in are bullshit. We need to operate from the heart. The rest are unnecessary. What we have on a higher vibrational level are transmission centers, which control the ebb and flow of data from the grids up there to the grids down here, and from the grids down here to the grids up there, through our physical body. We're like connectors, conductors. But this old 3D chakra system is holding you back. We need to expand our heart and dissolve the others. We must pass on the real knowledge, our DNA. Our DNA carries so much knowledge and information, all of the data. Our DNA, it's like a receiver. It's holographic. Our bodies are holographic. We're light, we're frequency, we're sound. When you go out and walk through the park and look at a tree, beyond the physical form, you realize it's holographic. Everything's energy, particles, waves, vortexes, geometry, code, mathematics. We must tap this knowledge. We must be consistent. And we must pass on this information now. And we must encourage and inspire our children and our children's children to be free. Instead of putting them into these things. There's lots of children that they don't know what it's like to look at another child's face. Rip these things off your children and allow them to be free and sovereign. Slaves wear masks, not free, sovereign, divine children of the stars. We have the tools, we have the access, we have the knowledge. We've got to put it into practice. What are you waiting for, beautiful soul? What are you waiting for? Share this with your friends, your family, with your loved ones. Share this with your children, your nieces, your nephews. We must show them the way of the force and give our children the foundation and the platform to be free. And then they will show us their natural galactic abilities. Because soon it's the star children that are going to come down here onto this planet, and they're going to be sharing the information with us. Classrooms are going to be full of adults, and the children are going to be at the front with holographic screens showing us the way of the universe. This is the truth. We're moving into 4D, 5D, 6D. We're operating in all these different frequency bands at the same time. So it's not really a transition from 3D to 4D to 5D, because we're bouncing around in every vibrational space, every dimensional space at the same time, because we're holographic beings, multi-dimensional avatar souls. We're the ground crew, the transition team. We came here. There's extraterrestrials amongst us. We are hybrid extraterrestrial beings. And the more we go into here and into our right brain and into the stargate of our pineal gland, we get to access this formidable knowledge. But it doesn't come to you unless you ask, unless you command, unless you demand, unless you take that brave, courageous step into your inner world. You're amazing, beautiful soul. I love you so much. Wherever you are on this magical planet, go out into the world and love your sisters and your brothers. Love them fiercely and ferociously, like a lion and a lioness loves their cubs. Hug them tightly. Hug them so tightly. And remember the golden rule of hugging, beautiful soul. Never be the first to laugh go. Never be the first to let go. Laugh, smile, dance, jump. Play this magical game. Have fun with it. It's not very often you come to a planet and get to influence it in the way that we're having the opportunity to influence this planet. We're co-creators, quantum architects. We're very, very powerful. So exercise that power. Go and take some ayahuasca, smoke some DMT, dive into your hearts. Whatever you've got to do to open up those channels and experience the oneness and the wholeness and the divinity, the truth that we are connected by source at the 0 point through our hearts. Be brave, be courageous, be you, live authentically, beautiful soul, and I will see you again very, very soon. Remember to check out our website, starmagichealing.com. We got some of the best ascension tools on the planet, some of the best meditations, nutrition, yoga. We got all the tools rolled into one neat little bundle waiting for you to go and get stuck into. It's called Infinity. Check it out on starmagichealing.com. And remember, we've got a new Telegram channel, Spiritual Gangster 1. And gangster is Gangsta numerical number 1. Go and check it out. Every day we're uploading videos, content, sharing the truth. You're amazing. Go and shine that light, beautiful soul. One love, one heart, one human family. Peace out, beautiful soul.
My name's Dina, and I was drawn to come on the workshop. Well, I was watching YouTube and did some meditations, so I was drawn to come. While I was here, the food was absolutely amazing. Had vegan, cruelty-free food, which was absolutely awesome. And the whole time that I was here, it brings up lots of issues that you have to deal with on a personal level. On day 3, I think it was, it brought up so many things and issues for me that I wanted to just run and go home. But I stayed with it and kept with it, and I carried on because that's the whole process. And for 34 years, I've had a back problem, and I've been in pain for that long, and Jerry was able to set me free of pain, which was absolutely mind-blowing and awesome. And I've spent thousands and thousands of pounds going to specialist doctors, hospital, chiropractors, all sorts of people, and no one ever was able to heal my back. So I'm truly, truly grateful, and I've met some amazing people, and I would like to do the second part of the course once I've got to grips on the first part. So I've had an amazing time, and I've met just some lovely, lovely people, and all the staff, everybody who works on the Star Magic team are so just so lovely to us and helps you through everything. So I truly am so very grateful to Jerry and all his team. Thank you very much.